Welcome into Layer 1 Live. It is an awesome Friday. The lads are here. 28 of you guys in the house. We're bringing you the latest from around the cryptocurrency industry. That's NFTs, that's DeFi, that's Lindsay Lohan launching NFTs on Tron. This is my personal hell. Justin Sun has to ruin everything. Listen, we've got ourselves a great episode. The lads are commenting along. I see the no comments. I do. All right. Whew. Listen, we got ourselves a packed episode here. If you haven't noticed, Lads has been popping off lately. We had Wizard X in the house. He was on Easy Street on Thursday. We had Rage Cage, if you will. If I am a crypto buffalo here in the house. We had him on NFT Live on Wednesday talking NFT gaming. We had another Layer 1 Live on Monday. And guess what? It's only going to get crazier. We have a lot of announcements to get to. I know a lot of you, Carrots was begging for a roadmap. And we're going to get you guys that roadmap here on Monday. A lot of stuff that we're going through this week. Stay up to date with the latest. LADZ.city is where you want to go if you want to get into our Discord. But I just want to, I don't know how many shout outs and what I can do here in the time frame that I have, but just in particular, Cryptolander, Small Town Cowboy, XPlow, Easy. You guys have been absolutely getting after it. I just wanted to give a quick shout out. So many things are about to happen that you have no idea. Just strap yourself in. And Justin Sun, just go away. Just do it. Just do it. All right. So listen, if you guys are in Layer 1 Live to hear about DeFi, if you're in to hear about general crypto news, basically not NFTs, which we obviously hit, Lindsay Lohan getting some NFTs here on Tron is going to be a story. But I did want to wait for you guys for this in particular. I've got one thing in particular I want to do with you guys. We have, by some act of God, a Top Shot here. An All-Star Game 2021. I'm going to open it here with you guys. Are we ready? If I get enough R Vibes, R Tribes in the house, I'm going to open this pack here on stream. For those of you that are just waiting for the news, I'm sorry. But listen, I'm just so excited. I need to see the R Vibes, R Tribes, and then we will get going. Can't wait. Loadmaster himself. Can I pull up this Discord on screen? We're going into the city. We're going into the city here. Loadmaster himself. Look at what this man got. No. A LeBron James with the Lambo time. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Congrats to Loadmaster. We're gonna see what we get. We're opening this pack live on stream. For those of you that hate NFTs, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Okay. NBA Top Shot. Relax. Jokic. What am I getting here, boys? No LeBrons yet, boys. Oh, here we go. Good? I don't know. It's not a LeBron. I'll take it. Dope. All right. That was fun. I'll look at... Oh. All right. All right. Shout out to NBA Top Shot there. Appreciate you guys doing that with me. I got myself a Zach Levine layup. So, see what I can do with that. All right. That is the start of the episode, guys. Appreciate you kind of tuning in for that little pack opening there. I'll see what I can get for that. I'll flip it for a Lambo. Definitely not a LeBron, though. Shout out to the Loadmaster there. All right. Not going to touch on this Lindsay Lohan story. All-time high is going to be 116. We do 116. We're dropping some LADs. I'm going to be able to drop you guys some LADs today, but withdrawals are currently disabled. So you're going to be able to earn some LADs today, but withdrawals are currently disabled. As far as the city is concerned, we have a lot of updates to get to next week. It's happening. It's all happening. Buffalo dropped a little bit, kind of hidden there in the city. But we've done so many good things as a community. We've grown. Shout out to all the new lads in the house. We've added content. We've added members. We've added events. But it's time. It's time. So, excited for that. Roadmap is getting released on Monday. It's going to be along with a couple other announcements. Not going to drop anything. I'm not going to make any announcements of an announcement other than the roadmap's getting dropped on Monday. So, shout out there. All right, why don't we get to the episode, huh? I'm going to hop in here. Morgan Stanley rumored to be eyeing a stake in top Korean exchange Bithumb. If you guys have any stories you want me to cover along with this episode, you know the deal. Drop them in chat. Let's comment along. But this is a biggie. We launched this, or we were talking about this. We were talking about this about a week ago, I believe. Korea's cryptocurrency exchanges seeing more volume than their equities exchanges. Huge. So we have Morgan Stanley rumored to be eyeing stake in top Korean exchange Bithumb. If anyone has the story on Coinbase's actual valuation, that's going to come up later in this article. But according to multiple reports, and this originally comes from an anonymous source, Morgan Stanley is looking to buy up Bithumb at a valuation of about $2 billion. Now, I don't have what Coinbase was actually valued at. I think it was, I'm not even going to throw a number out because I don't want to be wrong. But Bithumb being valued here at $2 billion, Morgan Stanley coming in here and buying up the parent company. The reason Morgan Stanley used Biden is because it understood that Biden has the right to negotiate a preferred sale to acquire Bithumb holdings. This is big. 3 years ago, they were calling it rat poison squared. Now, JP Morgan's buying a Korean exchange. Marty McFly says, LAD's getting listed on Coinbase. Listen, I can't confirm or deny anything that's happening with LADs. Definitely not getting listed on Coinbase, guys. AdsCan2 is in the house. I'm going to finish up this story, then get to some of the comments. Appreciate you guys flowing in here today. Make sure you get the story shared out there in the community. Let's go. Let's go. So Morgan Stanley here made the announcement that the firm's launching 3 funds enabling Bitcoin ownership of wealthy customers. So this goes along with their exposure here to crypto, and it just is echoing the sentiment. More and more institutions getting into crypto, and more are going to be getting comfortable with Bitcoin. This was always Pomp's biggest thesis, right? More and more people getting into crypto, big investment firms are going to get comfortable with Bitcoin, then where they're going to go. We'll get to that later in the episode. I'm not covering that. Big institutions getting in, and a big time cryptocurrency hit with a double deposit. This isn't a traditional double spend. We're not seeing any double spends here, but we got $4.6 million in Filecoin double deposited on Binance. There were some issues with the code as it relates to Filecoin, and that actually was exploited, although I believe not by any black hat hackers or anything like that. Exploited, and it can be exploited on other exchanges. I'm sure they're working diligently to figure this out. Shout out to Danny Madsen's in the house. Orlando's in the house saying, Aloha lads, TGIF, appreciate everyone. Q, drop that crypto beat. Asmodai saying, it's Bitcoin, then Tron investing. Listen, with news like this, what are you going to do? Danny's coming in with the fire. First time I've seen my man in the chat saying, I do not have sound on. Is he saying anything good? This man is watching Layer 1 live with no sound. I guess you can just follow my mannerisms. All right, 35 of you guys in the house. We are trickling in. We are starting the episode off here. Easy's also doing something with Cypher. He's working with a new project, bringing, I believe, social tokens or NFTs and bringing in the rap scene there. So if you guys want to go over to that Cypher Discord, I think they're hosting an event in the next 20 minutes. Maybe they're live right now. Just don't leave here. All right, so this was the story here. We had Filecoin. According to developers at Filefox and Filestar, Binance processed a double deposit of FIL token on Wednesday worth millions of dollars. It's not a true double spend, as I said earlier, but Binance credited the account for Filecoin miner 6 block twice for one deposit due to a serious bug. So this was the issue. This was an accidental exploit. And I believe they were re-upping on gas. So a replace by fee transaction here, and this is the actual statement from what went down. A replace by fee transaction takes place when a user broadcasts a new transaction to replace an older one. But the problem here is this RBF transaction resulted in deposits showing up in their Binance accounts twice, effectively turning 61,000 FIL into 120,000 FIL. Had to do with some of the information in the Filecoin code. But guess what? Filecoin holders said they didn't give a literal shit about this piece of news. Up 8% on the news that there's a double deposit on Binance. So deposits halted. Binance, Huobi, some other large exchanges. And they're looking to get this problem fixed. So, 2 breaking news stories there. And probably the biggest news that happened literally moments ago. Probably like, well, when I say moments, in crypto, 2 hours, that might be 2 days. We got Hayden Adams here. I'm a fan of this. Crypto entrepreneur teases 76,000 horny followers for 6 months straight. This is alluding to Hayden basically not coming out with anything except announcements of announcements. If I have to go another week without publicly announcing details of Uniswap version 3, I might go insane. You might ask if I aped into this when I saw this tweet. And you'd be right. Carrots is in the house. Got to work on your lip reading skills. Orlando saying I could pass for Anthony Pompliano. I don't know if that's a. Is that a dig or is that a compliment? I don't know. Danny saying FIL deposit double on Binance got me in. Well, now you're here. That's called clickbait, baby. No. If you want to talk about the FIL deposit or the double deposit, let me know, man. We'll keep talking about it. Providing great content here for you today. Left House is in the house. Oh, Danny's here. He said he's got the sound on now. My man. And then RJ Barnett is coming through with the topics for later. Banks prep to take down / take over crypto world from inside out. Total technocrat. AI dominating coming. Are you prepared? That's a thesis. It's almost too late. It's almost too late, right? They kind of let the genie out of the bottle with crypto. They could have came down hard with regulation, I feel like, early on. But they just let us slip in the door. And I don't know if you can put that genie back in the bottle. Video Smasher is talking on a certain point here. So related to this Hayden Adams, and again, CEO, founder of Uniswap, Ethereum developer, and inventor of Uniswap, I'm sorry. He's tweeting out here, if I have to go another week without publicly announcing details of Uniswap version 3, I might go insane. Optimism has been teased a little bit. Synthetics is already running on their private network. The idea here is that maybe we get Optimism on Uniswap being integrated there. Nothing of kind of any type of detail of any substance here when it comes to this tweet, but we continuously get a little bit more tease from Hayden himself. $33. I think I got in somewhere around 22 or 32. I'm sorry, 22. I sold my airdrop a long time ago. We don't have to rehash this. If you sold your airdrop, you don't even have to put it in chat. We've talked about it multiple times. Selling it at like $8, thinking you're a genius. So, again, not much to report. The question I want to get back to, though, you think Uni might do an airdrop again when releasing version 3? Short answer, probably not. Short answer is probably not. Incentives are going to be, incentives that don't have to relate to an airdrop are probably going to be what we see, right? Incentives for staking. We've seen that with Sushi where they're kind of going for the kill shot, right? They're providing a little bit more feedback to their, or flow to their stakers. Left House is saying NFTs on Uni version 3. That would be dope. Ooh, Polygon at 54. Ooh. Give me more. So, a lot of comments here. Justin Wu, bankless. Everyone's pretty much asking what the heck is going to go on with version 3 here. Unilayer, asking for the Uniswap NFT. So, we'll see what comes of this. Again, a lot of people asking, hey, is this going to be an airdrop? There's a lot of people in this chat as you go through the Twitter sphere and the Twitter sentiment. Hey, are we going to see another Uni airdrop? Likely not. It's going to be a tweak of probably incentives there. So, shout out to Hayden Adams' burgeoning career as an announcement founder. All right, guys. Drop in the chat what you want me to talk about here today. I'm going to go through quick news. I'm going to hit NFTs, and I'm hitting some DeFi. You know the deal. Got 43 of you guys in the house. We are just getting started here today. Happy to see the chat lit up. Happy to see Danny in the house for the first time. Got Uni under 5. Where is the pre-crash peak / apex? I would love to see some more TA. If you guys have anyone who is interested in doing TA, listen, we're adding more and more to this channel. A lot more to come from that end. We need TA, man. I miss the beard just as much as you do, probably more. So anybody that does TA, we need to get the TA. But as far as from a fundamental perspective, where is the pre-crash peak? You know, DeFi maxis are going to tell you that it hasn't even started. The funds from traditional finance haven't even started to pour into DeFi. Detractors are going to say, look, Uni's already in the top 10. $33. For those that are new, we have the best TA in the biz. Working on getting him back as well. So if you guys know anyone looking to do TA or you do TA yourself, there's a spot. There's a spot. All right, 40 of you guys in the house here. I'm going to move on to quick news and we're going to fly through this, okay? We've got Wyoming's DAO law passes state senate in 28-2 vote. This is a developing story, right? We've been talking about how Wyoming is looking to introduce these bills. I believe Open Law Aaron Wright was the one that drafted this bill. So if you're in the kind of DAO scene, right, the metacartels, the open laws, the flamingo DAOs, if you're in the DAO scene, you know Aaron Wright, you know that team. It's kind of this niche community, right? It's what we were talking about with NFTs 3 years ago, where you have this niche community that thinks it's going to be an absolutely huge thing, which it will. But this is where we are, trying to get DAOs to go mainstream. There's detractors. There's also people who are really supportive of this bill. But basically allowing a DAO to legally incorporate in the state of Wyoming. That's big. Now the detractors say, and I've got Preston Byrne here. I'm going to pull up his tweets because it's not really outside the realm of being wrong. So he's saying Wyoming scrapped this bill, and this was on February 5th when it first got proposed, right? Wyoming scrapped this bill. DAO is a language long used by token hawkers to justify selling shitcoins and half-baked code. They don't incorporate an LLC because they don't want to KYC their members and be responsible for what the DAOs do. Don't enable this behavior. Now, I don't agree with Preston for the most part as he goes along, this bill. The mere fact that we're getting something passed through the House, through the Senate, that has to do with DAOs is a positive and a move in the right direction. Whether we use the functionality that's in this bill, this specific bill right now, probably not. But it's a gateway to the next step. Because he's basically saying, look, DAOs are essentially non-KYC. They don't function as an LLC. It's not, there's too many kind of gray areas that LLCs have to work within that DAOs are currently working without. So how does that line up? It doesn't. That's Preston's kind of take there. So, been covering that story. Wanted to get that to you guys real quick. This has been making the rounds in the crypto community. I don't know if you guys have heard of BitClout. If you've heard of BitClout, drop it in the chat. This is kind of making the rounds within the crypto community here. What is the BitClout network? BitClout is a new decentralized protocol that brings forward a social network enabling users to speculate on people and post using real money. This is a social token offshoot, if you will. It's like a person stock exchange. And the really cool mechanic around this is that the creators can actually take a percentage. So if you see in this photo here, and I know pull it up there. Elon Musk, Naval, Chamath, Katy Perry. The interesting piece here, if you look at Chamath and you look at Justin Sun, is that they don't have this little clock symbol, right? That means that the rest of these guys have not claimed their profile, and it matches with their Twitter profile. So when you actually claim, so for example, Chamath actually claims this, when people trade, he receives 10% in BitClout tokens. So taking you through this really quick here, they've got the BitClout token. We've got creator tokens here. These profiles, if unclaimed, are reserved and are marked with clock symbols next to their names. In the above image, we can see that profiles of Elon Musk, Katy Perry, CZ, and so forth have yet to be claimed, and the profiles of Chamath and Justin Sun have already been claimed. And we see Kobe here too. One of the most ingenious things about BitClout is the way they've set up their marketing efforts. Basically, in order for anyone to claim their profile, they need to tweet about it. This is why last night we saw some big names in crypto, such as Cobain, tweet about it. So here's the important part that I've been waiting to get to. By doing so, they gain full access to the account as well as a percentage of the creator coins associated with their profile. Each profile allows its creators to keep a percentage of the coins that are created as a founder reward. If someone sets up their reward percentage to 10% and someone buys 100 BitClout of that coin, 10 BitClout would be used to purchase that coin. So people have been aping in on this, right? People have been absolutely aping in. We can see the numbers here, the valuation here. So 15,000 of the top Twitter profiles were added to this protocol, and people are now bidding on the popularity here. Is it a scam? I don't know. It went down last week. The whole website went down last week. I believe it is up now. But I haven't gotten in. I got some notes from some contacts saying, hey, be on the lookout for something coming. You have to buy BitClout with Bitcoin. That's another thing. So this has kind of taken over the cryptosphere a little bit this week. And it is this offshoot social token aspect, right? Of being able to invest in somebody in a financial perspective, invest in them, right? So good luck. There's some other things going on here. Obviously, do your own research as it comes to this project, but we'll see how it goes. All right, quick news. AMD will not be blocking Ethereum mining on its GPUs. So NVIDIA came out a little while ago, and these guys make graphics cards, obviously. NVIDIA actually came out a month or two ago and recently announced that it will enforce restrictions on new GPUs that would throttle Ethereum mining. Basically, what they want to do, and the problem they're having that supply-side crisis, right? They're not able to supply enough of these cards, of these graphic cards, because they're getting eaten up by Ethereum miners. So the gamers from NVIDIA are complaining. So NVIDIA is coming out and saying, hey, we're these are going to be gaming only. We're going to actually throttle Ethereum mining here. Do not purchase this for Ethereum mining. AMD, however, is coming out and saying, we're not setting any limitations here. We're not going to throttle you, but we are going to tweak the cards a little bit to offer more support for gamers. We have Foretress Group set to make early payout to Mt. Gox creditor claims. Jesus, if you're still dealing with Mt. Gox claims right now, I feel for you. For those people that are out there dealing with this, I really, really do feel for you. But it looks like Foretress Investment Group, the people charged in doing the payouts, are looking to pay out these creditor claims here over the years. Or, since they've had the responsibility to do so, they are now looking to do this, right? The rehabilitation plan for creditors is set for an October vote, and once passed, the Foretress Investment Group would offer creditors 90% of their claims, which would take another 2 years' time. However, the current bailout would see creditors receive 80% of their claims. That sucks. But it is an update from the Mt. Gox situation, if you will. So, shout out to any of those guys dealing with that. All right, guys, I'm hitting the chat. We are getting into NFTs. Orlando is coming in through the chat with a great question. Marty McFly saying, like a Black Mirror episode. And Danny saying wax is getting high. Yeah, we'll touch on all the above. Appreciate the comments. Keep the comment section going, guys. Mt. Gox, what is dead may never die. Shout out to the Game of Thrones reference there. R.I.P. All right, we will get to these comments. Keep it coming. I'm going to touch on all of them. As far as a Black Mirror episode, bidding on people as social tokens, definitely a little bit Black Mirror. What happens if you do something wrong? Now you have a stock associated with your life. King Lollybella saying, what's the difference between ADA and Algorand? It's a big question. I think we had some people come through. Katsumoto saying, the difference is ADA is traded on Coinbase. I think Algo's traded on Coinbase too. The major difference is that Algorand has actually launched, right? ADA is a layer 1 protocol, smart contract platform, ETH killer, if you will. Both are going to be, I believe, layer 1s. So at that point, it becomes the difference being negligible from an overall perspective. But I'm sure if you get down in the details, they handle things like consensus a little bit different. They handle things like whether they're proof of stake, proof of work, all of these different things you can go into. Bala says Lifestock. Brand that now. That's actually a great name. Orlando saying, Q, can you give some perspective on the future disruption or disruptive powers of DAOs? Yeah, that's a deep question. I'll try to stay TLDR with it, but organizations are moving online. They're moving global. They're moving into Web3. So DAOs are organizations and tools that you can use, and a tool itself that you can use within Web3 to coordinate. So for example, LADZ will eventually move to a DAO structure before it can actually move into LLC structure with some of the mechanics that we have. So in order to get all of us to organize together within this community, to make voting choices, to disperse treasury rewards, we can set up a DAO with Web3 tools, and we can organize a Web3 community that's global, as opposed to setting up an LLC, KYCing every single member, going through those hoops and red tape. So DAOs are basically an organizational structure within Web3. And people will look and start to organize in that sense, right? You can set up a DAO for a gaming guild and use Web3 tools to vote, like I said, to disperse treasury funds. Those are the biggest to me, right? You want to have a say in where the organization that you're in is going. And obviously, capital is an important part of creating something in the world. So those are the two things that I see from a DAO perspective that are most important. I want to have a voice, and I want to make sure that funds are going where they need to be. Things like custody also can be, important to DAOs. So you can set up a multi-sig within a DAO. So now you have global access and global security to a treasury fund. I know I'm going back to the money, but that's important. One of the coolest apps that I think is under the radar as it relates, I'm going to move on, guys, and I'll talk about this OpenSea story, but one of the coolest apps that I see that is like very DAO focused, or at least it gets you a little sprinkle of DAO, is Pool Together. I think it's an awesome opportunity to onboard people into a DAO structure, because what you have there is the app, and if you guys don't know Pool Together basically lets you pool your funds together. And those funds, if you use the funds that they have in the structure that they have set up to earn interest, those funds get paid out each week or each day. It depends on what you set it up. And me and 5 other individuals, 10 other individuals can pool the money together. It earns interest through their platform. And then the interest is randomly selected by the ratio of amount of funds that you have in the actual pool. So making it super simple. If me and 10 other people all put in $10 each, right? We have $100 in that pool. We're earning interest. And then at the end of the week, we each have a 10% chance to win the pot of that interest. Now, we don't get the interest that we could then use outside of the platform, right? Maybe if I didn't use Pool Together, I'm earning interest on that $10. But it's a cool way to organize. What if you had a Pool Together within your Telegram message group with your buddies? Or maybe you had a family pool together. There are DAO elements to that. Xbox saying, vote on who gets custody of the llama. I want to vote on that. First vote in the DAO will be who gets custody of llama. Shooter McGrabbin saying, say Vivi. Oh, I thought you were onto NFTs. I am onto NFTs. I got caught up in the comments. Keep the comments coming, though. Keep them coming. Much better episode. That was like the best part of the episode, I feel like. Other than the awesome opening of the NBA Top Shot and then doing some other things with Lindsay there. All right, I'm gonna really touch on this quickly as we start to move into NFTs. OpenSea is raising $23 million. Whew. We have a who's who of people investing in this, by the way. Naval, Cuban, Tim Ferriss, Alex Ohanian, Flaming, and some crypto natives here. We've got Blau, RAC, Steinwald, MetaPurse. A lot of good investors here. And OpenSea has had their issues. OpenSea has had their fair share of issues here. So this $23 million definitely going into scaling up this platform. They need it. They've done a good job. They have that first mover advantage. You can see it. But they need it. What is currently the best way to display NFTs outside of your computer or phone? If someone can actually get this and write it in chat, I can pull it up on screen. But my favorite one is going to be the frame. It's like an immortal frame where you actually you can only have one NFT ever shown on the physical frame itself. It shows up, and then that is the only NFT that can ever be shown, just based on the back end and how that works. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Again, OpenSea, that Ethereum marketplace, and I believe they've now integrated with Matic, integrating with a few more blockchains. Flow is on the way as well. Nice blog post here from, I believe, Devin Finzer, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Devin wrote this. Got to have Devin back on the podcast, man. Got to have Devin back on the podcast. Would love it. Yeah, it's something more. I'm going back to this frame, immortal images. I don't know. I know that we've heard a couple people talk about this, but anyways, we'll move on to the next. Cointelegraph sucks ass. I'm sorry. Listen. I'll say it. If you don't want to say it, I'll say it. Cointelegraph sucks ass. Cointelegraph sucks, and fully diluted market cap is a meme, people. Do not invest in this market. First of all, do your own research, not investment advice. Do not invest in this market and use fully diluted market cap as your measure. Look at this headline. Flow's fully diluted market cap tops 40 billion as non-fungible tulips go on sale. You have a responsibility to be objective. And this is the headline you go with. Listen, you guys know I love Flow. I do. But anyone if Cointelegraph said anything, you could put in Matic, you can put in any NFT project, and they went with this. Come on, man. All right, people are saying Black Dove. Let's see if that's the one. Fully diluted market cap is a meme. I'm pulling up galleries here. I think I did see this. Digital canvas. There you go. So this is a little bit, in my opinion, and I shared this a couple of them. That looks dope. Don't get me wrong. These are dope. But they're also, I mean, you have secure encryption, you have the app integration. You could probably just set up a TV. Yeah, I mean, it's clean. It's clean. If you got the money, these are clean. And I like the ease of use here, because obviously the TV is going to be a little bit different, or some type of digital display. Oh, these are absolutely clean. I would get one. But you could do the same thing, save a little money if that's what you want to do, right? NFTs popping off. I'm sure all of us are doing fairly well. So, anyways, I'll move on. Great comment there. Whoever dropped Black Dove in the chat. This is exactly the one I was looking for. Although the immortal frame has that feature of being, I think there is only one NFT that can ever be displayed on the physical frame, which I think is a really cool feature there. And then Shooter is saying that negative edge makes it. Yeah, almost negative edge. Yeah, true. All right. Look, I'm not going to say much more about this. Do not invest in projects. Do DYOR. But don't invest in projects based on fully diluted market cap. That is an absolute meme. The fact that they came out here and this is a slam piece. For Ryan Adams to come out of here too. And I like the bankless team. I like the bankless team. But come on, man. You can't judge the market by fully diluted market cap. It's not how. That's not the environment we're in. Okay. All right. Shooter McGrabbin saying it's like locked in there. Yes, it's either locked in there or the ability for another NFT to go in there is blocked. Yep. Keep a lookout for Chain Guardians here, guys. Chain Guardians integration into P Network to create bridge between Ethereum and BSC. It looks like there's going to be an NFT P Network that's also going to be kind of added here. I don't know what's going on in the chat here, but I'm going to need to mute this channel. Got to mute the city before I go live, man. Might have to leave Discord altogether. All right. All right, so Chain Guardians integrating into P Network. There's going to be an NFT related to this as well. So they're going to, obviously Chain Guardians is doing the RPG in kind of battle mode here within the Ethereum ecosystem. They're doing a lot of things with their raise. CGG is, their token is absolutely taken off. Their project has gotten a lot of funding. So how will the partnership work? One of the key features of P Network is that it allows assets to transfer one blockchain to another. Chain Guardians will create a frictionless bridge between Ethereum and BSC for the native CGG token. Chain Guardians will support the P Network system by running a P Network validator node plus a commemorative P Network NFT. Easy's in the house. Welcome, Easy. Easy was busy flowing over there in Cypher, in the Cypher Discord. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. All right, so Chain Guardians. We're going to touch on Tower token as well here in a second. I've got Tony Hawk, my man. This is the one celebrity that I will not get upset about. This is the one celebrity I will not get upset about doing an NFT. I will not stand for any Tony Hawk slander in the chat. Tony Hawk can do no wrong. One of the games of my childhood, PlayStation 1. And when I say childhood, I mean a little bit older, but still. Anyways, retired skateboarding pro Tony Hawk will release NFT crypto collectible. He's doing a 540 ollie. I'll go directly to the tweet. So it looks like this is being sold, and this is the first time I'm hearing about Eternity. So it's a video here where he's attempting his 540 ollie. He said, did my last ever ollie 540 today. You can compare it with the first one 32 years ago. This one meant a lot for me. It looks like that is being turned into an NFT. So shout out to my man Tony Hawk. He's a little late to the NFT party, but the man can do no wrong. So excited for that. Yeah, the hanger. I just remember the Tony Hawk hanger scene. That will forever be ingrained. You had Superman playing. Gotta love that Goldfinger song. All right, guys. I cannot be more hyped for Illuvium. We're going to watch this together. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Illuvium dropped. I know a lot of people were pissed off at the little teaser that they dropped because the characters weren't doing anything. It was like 10 seconds long, but you got your first look at Illuvium. I could not be more pumped for Illuvium. I am going to be the biggest Illuvium stan you've ever met in your life. I will likely overpay for everything these people do. And I need to get the Warwick brothers on. Shout out to Hash Rhymes, who dropped me the latest podcast from Illuvium as well. Let me get that to you guys now before we watch this, by the way. Let's see if I can't do that. Podcast. Oh, shit. That's going to have to be in Discord, guys. Too big. All right. Are we ready? Strap in. I will get you the podcast episode in Lad City. Aaron and Kieran Warwick. Can't wait for this, man. Let's go. DeViro's got some Chain Egg Monsters Alpha. I haven't breathed. Fight for ETH. Holy shit. If I was here by myself and the stream was not on, I would watch it again. I'm going to be the biggest Illuvium stan that you've ever met in your life. Be prepared for it. And to all of us gamers who've been waiting. Axie Infinity's done a great job, man. Love that. Love that community. Love that game. I can't wait till they start adding more of these games to the roster, man. And it's coming. And the fact that you have the Warwicks attached to this, DeFi aspect, whew. Chain Monsters Alpha, oh my goodness. Yeah, so Perm is getting to a certain point. I brought this up on the last episode of Layer 1 Live. I was talking with Andrew Steinwald, and he was talking about NFTs and the specific difference between NFTs with utility and NFTs without. And Illuvium's going to do great either way. But the problem with NFTs with utility, the problem with gaming NFTs is it's not going to live up to exactly the hype that you have in your mind. This is just my opinion. Because, again, here the comment's great. Perm, League of Legends style of trailer needs way better gameplay than it will probably have to live up to that, though. Exactly. If you have an NFT collectible without any utility, there's no ceiling there. You know, like, it's already capped. So, I'm going to drop the podcast, but there was a podcast that was recently done by Kieran and Aaron Warwick, the founders of Illuvium. And it's going to get me way more info. It's going to get you way more info about the actual project. So, excited for that. NFT Army incoming. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Please leave a like. It does help the episode get seen by people out there as we look to grow LADZ City. A lot of comments on Illuvium, baby. Overman saying it needs more Lohan. He might be right. We've got Unreal. CryptoLander saying team did a sick job of marketing, and Shooter McGrabbin is basically echoing my sentiment. Just steal my ETH. They won't have to fight for my ETH. Pun intended. All right, I'm going to get to the Tower token here in a second. Love what Animoca's doing. Shout out to Bruno. If you guys are not following Bruno in the chat, in LADZ City, he is dropping alpha in there for you guys. Do your own research, not investment advice, but Bruno is dropping some alpha in LADZ City. That's the great part. We've got multiple people. And as we grow, hundreds of people will be able to drop alpha in the chat. We'll get information before anybody else. And Bruno's dropped Tower. And I'm gonna blank on the name of the other token here. Let me make sure I can pull that up. In the meantime, anonymous buyer of $69 million Beeple NFT has been unmasked. So everybody knows about Christie's. Everybody knows about Beeple. If you haven't, you're living under a rock. But MetaKovan unmasked himself as Vignesh Sundaresan. I butchered that name, I know. I'm only going to stay in Discord for a second, guys, but Vivi is the other one. So Ikomi, he dropped this on February 13th. Why is Discord absolutely blowing up? On February 13th, Bruno dropped this in the chat in LADZ City. And I know you could drop a lot of names right now the way NFTs are going. So, 30 days ago, this was dropped into the LADZ City. Do your own research. But Bruno is absolutely hitting it. We'll touch on the Tower token, which he just dropped in the chat here a little while ago. I did buy some Tower based on when he dropped that. So keep that in mind as well. All right, let's go back to this Beeple story, this MetaKovan story. Really awesome and electrifying post here. He did it in a Substack, and he said he unmasked himself because he wanted to empower the Indian population. He wanted to say that, people of color could also be the commissioners of these works, be the supporters of these works. So, again, MetaKovan behind the Metapurse project, obviously behind the pseudonym MetaKovan. We got some comments here. Sundararsan, as MetaKovan has been on an NFT buying spree in recent months, showing up to auctions with aggressive bids and a big purse. He famously bid $777,000 in a last-second one of such auction, again, for a collection of NFTs by Beeple. More comments from him. I don't believe there's really an upper limit to how much one would pay. I would not pay too much for a story I don't find interesting for an NFT that is not very unique. But I believe there will be someone who creates a very unique NFT, something that captures imagination, and I will be there for that auction. And here's a comment again from him that I touched on earlier. The point was to show Indians and people of color that they too could be patrons, that crypto was an equalizing power between the West and the rest, and that the global South was rising. Whew. What a narrative. RJ Barnett saying, what was Connie Tell's editorial view before? Are they in line with other libertarian views? Breakdown. Oh, Cointelegraph. I'll touch on Cointelegraph at the end of the episode. Not a big fan of Cointelegraph. I mean, there are at least 10 other pieces of editorial websites that I would go to before them. Red Hand is saying, wondering if I should dump my ETH into their currency the 30th, even if I don't play the game. Talking about Illuvium. This is what we need to do. We'll have Kieran, we'll have Aaron, hopefully on NFT Live or the Layer 1 podcast before that release on the 30th. Would love to get their team on, because I need to get more information on the project. And then Thomas Erickson's coming through with some comments. Hardly any cryptos live up to the hype. 2017 crypto ICO hype. Coins at all-time highs. The actual release is usually a disappointment. Sell when the hype is real before the disappointment. Or, hear me out, don't launch your protocol. It's worked well for one Cardano. All right, this was the game that Bruno was referencing. Earn Tower by competing in Crazy King. So, Animoca Brands, shout out to Yacht Tsu. I'm getting better. Animoca Brands and Yacht are turning this free-to-play game into play-to-earn game. They currently have a competition going on for about 23,000 Tower tokens. Now, the token is live and trading on Uniswap, DYOR. So shout out to my man here, Bruno. Now, again, there's a lot of different things at play here, but Animoca Brands being behind certain NFT projects, small market cap. In the near future, Animoca will sell some NFTs that will benefit the Crazy Kings franchise. This game series consists of about 2 games, Crazy Kings and Crazy Defense Heroes. I mean, at this point, anything Animoca Brands does, I'm here for. So, hopefully we can be on that going into the future, but really like just the thesis and the ethos around Animoca. Turning free-to-play games into play-to-win or play-to-earn. Love it. All right, guys. That was pretty much the episode for today. I'm going to hit DeFi very quick. I'm a huge fan of Badger DAO, and it looks like they're embarking on their cross-chain journey. So they're launching their set vaults. They're starting with Binance Smart Chain. They have a list of protocols here. See Polkadot, Solana, Polygon. I think Matic was going to be second up. Not much movement from Badger DAO, right? %. Not much over the last 30 days. DeFi is obviously not the narrative right now, although it will continue to be in the news and will continue to be strong. Just NFTs are having their moment. Badger DAO, not seeing much movement, but I like what the team is doing. The cross-chain, Bitcoin on every chain narrative is a great one. So it looks like BSC is up first. A lot of interesting things within this thread. Electrifying, as they say. I'm going to kind of go down here into the thread. So this is probably the most important one. We are going to have vaults for LP tokens of our interest-bearing Badger assets only, BBadger and BDig, paired with the native BTC of that chain. Users will earn auto-compounding interest on their Badger and Dig on ETH while putting it to work on other chains. We'll also have a vault for the popular BTC pools that exist on that chain. For example, BTCB, BNB. So bringing Badger to Binance Smart Chain, essentially, right? So do some digging there. Really enjoy the Badger DAO team. Love the narrative of BTC on every chain. Not much movement though. Really quick. Ethereum whales refuse to sell as more ETH flows into DeFi. This is basically monitoring the amount of ETH, as I go to Cointelegraph, the amount of total wallets that hold 10,000 ETH or more and what they're doing. So obviously some of these are going to be exchanges. But from the article, according to data from Santiment, the number of wallets holding over 10k ETH or over 17 mil has declined by just 0.9% over the past 4 months. That compares to a 7.2% fall in the number of wallets holding 100 to 10k ETH according to analytics providers. Sassano's getting in on this. And this was the tie-in earlier in the episode, guys. This is my narrative right now. Do your own research. But after companies get familiar with Bitcoin, where are they going to go? Sassano's kind of saying the same thing here. He says, I also expect to see many more public companies announce ETH purchases in the coming months for different reasons. Some will stockpile ETH to use as gas, some will buy it to stake in ETH too, and some will put it on their balance sheet as a store of value and reserve asset. I agree. When ETH 2.0. Please, sir. All right. That is going to be the episode. If you're buying Lindsay Lohan assets on Tron, don't tell me about it. I'm going to act like it never happened. You guys absolutely killed the comment section today. Small Town Cowboy. NBA Marketplace is open again. Zach Levine layup going for about $450. Okay. XPlow is asking for who's winning the top shot. Well, from the retweet, you'll have to see on our Twitter. RJ Barnett is saying, I'm feeling sorry for this generation, so captivated by video. Recognize the dangers. X Plus saying, you will be excommunicated from LADZ. I don't know exactly what you're talking about there. Orlando's coming through saying, always refreshing news queue. RJ, I definitely see what you're talking about. I appreciate a good disconnect from our digital lives a lot. I think that's something that's not talked about a lot in crypto. Crypto is almost like the new, and when I say this, don't completely crucify me, but there's this idea that you have to be on all the time. It's that new, like, 365, 7 days a week, you got to be working. There's a Chinese saying about it. It's completely skipping my mind right now. But the fact that they work a certain amount of hours to certain days, would love someone to drop that in the chat. LADZ Radio later tonight, roadmap on Monday. Got a lot of things coming. A revamp of the token, at least the utility features, the ranking systems. We'll get you guys an update on Roll. I'll be able to drop your rewards right now. All right, Perm does saying, I think you need to get yourself some Solana Q so we can get some news from that side. Listen, if there's news within the industry that's noteworthy, you drop it here. I am blockchain agnostic. I love to cover tokens in platforms that I'm interested in. Don't get me wrong. But Solana's doing some great things. So, RJ saying, great work, keep it up, focus on the real aspect, and bank up for eternity. My man. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hopping in today. About 60 of you guys in the house here. LADZ Radio is going to be awesome later today. Shout out to CryptoLander, XPlow, our vibe, our tribe. All of the above, man. Let me drop this earn code for you guys in the chat. And we will get to it. All right, I'm going to close this link down 60 seconds afterwards. So make sure you guys are watching. Thomas Erickson's in the house saying, it's better when you don't need to claim your DApp rewards every day. If they expire, if you don't claim it, or stuck checking every day or losing money, but that isn't really common. Shooter saying, I'm new to you and most of this. Thanks for the good content. That's what we're here for, man. NFT Live, Layer 1 Crypto Podcast. We're bringing you some others that are coming shortly. Easy Street, Poker. Oof. Too much to talk about. Anyways, guys. Shout out to you for sticking through the whole episode. There's the link. I'll pin it to the chat. Claim some rewards for stopping by today that you can use to rank up in the city. Again, roadmap's coming on Monday. Going to be tweaking the token. Utility as well as ranking features. Cheers to you guys in the house, man. I am tuning into LADZ Radio later. Hope to see you there. Crypto Buffalo is going to be bringing down the house in LADZ Radio. If you haven't checked out that radio session, you need to. Best thing we do here at LADZ, honestly. Love the energy, love the passion. Our vibe, our tribe. Happy trading, my friends.